Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Vern Goff here. Welcome to the Sunday Morning Fit for You Fitness Tips. This morning, I'd like to talk about the benefits of coffee. I know there's a lot of controversy on coffee, so this week I've done a lot of research, and I'm finding a lot more good about coffee than I do bad. Everything in moderation, of course, but I'm seeing that everything 2, 3, 4 cups of coffee a day is pretty good. Once you get over that, you might be getting a little excessive. So I brought up one. This is Authority Nutrition, and it is the 13 health benefits on coffee. So I'd like to read just a couple of these to you because it's pretty interesting. Coffee is actually very healthy. It is loaded with antioxidants and beneficial nutrients that can improve your health. The studies show that coffee drinkers have a much lower risk of several serious diseases. Here are the top 13. 1. Coffee can improve energy levels and make you smarter. Coffee can help people feel less tired and increase energy levels. This is because it contains a stimulant called caffeine, which is actually the most common consumed psychoactive substance in the world. Of course, we knew that. Coffee can help you burn fat. Did you know that caffeine is found in almost every commercial fat-burning supplement? There is good reason for that. Caffeine is one of the very few natural substances that have actually been proven to aid in fat burning. Caffeine can drastically improve physical performance. Caffeine stimulates the nervous system, causing it to send signals to the fat cells to break down body fat. But caffeine also increases adrenaline levels in the blood. Caffeine makes the fat cells break down in the body fat, releasing them into the bloodstream as free fatty acids and making them available as fuel. There are essential nutrients in coffee. Coffee is more than just black water. Many of the nutrients in coffee beans do make it into the final drink. A single cup of coffee contains riboflavin, pantothenic acid, manganese and potassium, magnesium, and niacin. Coffee may lower your risk of type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is a gigantic health problem currently afflicting about 300 million people worldwide. It is characteristic by elevated blood sugars in the context of insulin resistance or inability to secrete insulin. Coffee drinkers have a significantly reduced risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Here's an interesting one. Coffee may protect you from Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Alzheimer's disease is the most common neurodegenerative disease and the leading cause of dementia in the world. This disease actually affects people over 65 years of age. Unfortunately, there is no known cure for Alzheimer's. However, there are several things you can do to prevent the disease from showing up in the first place. This includes the usual suspects like eating healthy, exercising, and drinking coffee may incredibly be effective as well. Caffeine may lower the risk of Parkinson's, another very interesting one. Parkinson's disease is the second most common neurodegenerative disease, right after Alzheimer's. It is caused by the death of dopamine-generating neurons in the brain. Same as with Alzheimer's, there is no known cure, which makes it much more important to focus on prevention. Coffee can fight depression and make you happier. Depression is a serious mental disorder that causes significantly reduced quality of life. It is incredibly common in about 4.1% of people in the U.S. currently meet the criteria for clinically depressed. In a Harvard study published in 2011, women who drank 4 cups of coffee per day had a 20% lower risk of becoming depressed. Coffee drinkers have a lower risk of some types of cancer. Cancer is one of the world's leading causes of death and is characterized as uncontrolled growth of cells in the body. Coffee appears to be protective against 2 types of cancer, liver cancer and colorectal cancer. Easy for you to say. 11. Coffee does not cause heart disease and may lower the risk of stroke. It is often claimed that caffeine can cause increased blood pressure. This is true, but the effect is small and usually goes away if you drink coffee regularly. However, the effect may persist in some people, so keep that in mind if you have elevated blood pressure. That being said, the studies do not support the myth that coffee raises the risk of heart disease. In fact, there is some evidence that women who drank coffee have a reduced risk of heart disease. Coffee may help you live longer. Given that coffee drinkers are less likely to get many diseases, it makes sense that coffee could help you live longer. There are actually several observational studies showing that coffee drinkers have a lower risk of death. Coffee is the biggest source of antioxidants in the Western diet. For people who eat a standard Western diet, coffee may actually be the healthiest aspect of the diet. That's because coffee contains a massive amount of antioxidants. All right, so that's very interesting. There's a lot of good things about coffee. Of course, there are some few bad points about it, but in moderation, I would put it on my good list. So I hope that tip helps. Have a great Sunday, and God bless.